And welcome back to the layout. In this video we're going to be installing a panel like this over at Smithville, oh boy, West, and see how that goes. So we're ready to mount the board up here, the panel. So I've taken the old switches out. I marked out where the panel's going to go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drill a hole here, here, and maybe two up here. And this is a 3/16 drill, and I'll be using some of these number 832s. And they're going to be about 1.5 inch. I have to cut these back down because this is a 2-inch, so I need a little bit longer to go through all this material and this. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to drill a hole, and then we're going to countersink it so the head will sink in, because on top of that goes that. We drill holes here, there, and there for the switches. Then we mount it, and it's temporarily going to be in place. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I'll be right back. Alright, so I drilled the holes. I decided only to put one at the top because it's not going to be that heavy. Holes are drilled, and then I used the number 8 to countersink. So when I go to put the screws in it, the heads are flush. So when I go put the fascia on, or the piece on for the switches, it's got to be nice and clean. Next, I'm going to clamp it up here and drill the holes for the screws, and then mount it. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to clamp this in place so I can drill the holes. One clamp there. Another clamp there. Now we could put a level up here to see if we're level. Let me go get a level. Alright, I put a level up there. See if I can get it in there. I don't know if you could see the bubble, but it's pretty good. So we're gonna pre-drill the holes for the screws, and then we're gonna mount it. Continue on. Drill bit again, and pre-drill. That was a road railer that just went by. Okay. And it moved. Of course it did. There we go. have to get the vacuum over here after to vacuum up some of this, all this dust that I'm making. Alright, so we're done drilling the holes and I vacuumed up a little bit so we don't have dirt everywhere. Now let's get some of these bolts in there. So I'm using 832s, and that just makes it through up on the top. There we go. And down here we're going to be using the 1 inch, and that makes it through as well. Next, I'm going to put some nuts on it. Now you could put washers back there if I had any. I have some somewhere, but I'm not about to go looking for it. So, but I do have to go get a screwdriver. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I got the nut in the back. Now I'm going to take my red Robbie and tighten this up. There we go. I'm going to tighten the davits out of it. I found some washers, but they're oversized, but they'll do for now. See if I can get this guy on. This still has to come off again because I have to paint it still. So when I put it back properly, I'll get smaller washers for it. There we go. Let's see if I get my tight enough. And for the last one, see if I can get my socket back on that. Yeah, there we go. Snugged up. There we go. Alright. So that's that. Now, next thing to do is put a hole right in here somewhere for the wires and the switches to come through. So what I'm going to do is that I got this hole saw, 1.5 inches, nope, 1 3/4 inches. So that's going to go more or less in the middle somewhere. But first I have to drill a pilot hole for this one. So I take the drill that I use to drill for the screws, and eyeball it more or less in the middle. Hopefully that'll work. Yep, that'll work fine. Now put this in there. There's my hole saw. Now just got to make sure I'm not going to be going through anything. again, we'll have to vacuum. I know. Should have waited until I was all done. I might have gone a little too high. There we go. So, let me vacuum up again. Like that. Alright, and then we're going to drill the holes for the switches. And they are going to be a 1/4 inch. So we take our 1/4 inch drill. And then we're going to drill the holes. So we got the holes drilled. There we go. Let's get you in a better focus. Alright, so got this drilled out. And now we're going to put the switches through it. And then we're going to put some screws and mount it. Alright, so let's see who's who. Where's all my switches going to? I seem to have lost one. Ah, there it is. So, okay, so this is the crossover. Tighten it, and I'm going to be using my 5/16 deep socket and get it a little tight. Now mount it and make sure it looks fairly decent. There. I didn't realize there was a train coming up there. Okay. There, so that's it. Next, we're going to get the one going to Grefco. I think this is the one. So that one's going to come through the hole and mount it into the Grefco spot. So I'm going to take the nut again, put it on hand tighten, take my driver, oh, something's not correct. Just, no, that's not the wire, that's for something else. Whew. Okay, like this hole wasn't big enough over here. Might have to notch it out like this maybe. We'll see once we put the third one in, see what happens. Okay, so this is the third one for the Dungill sub. Don't think I got enough slack on this wire. What I do is just, well, not enough slack. So I have an issue. This switch here doesn't have enough slack, so I'm gonna have to deal with that. I'll be right back. So while I was installing this here, I forgot that the mic was all off. So I just pre-drilled these holes for same. What size did I use? I used 3/32 to pre-drill these holes, and then I mounted it with these little screws. I don't know where I got them, and it's in there pretty good. Just have to paint it. Again, it's going to come apart once I put the proper face on. I'm going to have LEDs indicating for it's going straight or a crossover and all that. So what I might do is put this switch over here and put an LED over here, and then put this switch over here and put 2 LEDs. Same thing with the switch over there, 2 LEDs. Alright, so that's installed. It took longer than I expected or wanted. A few hiccups as always, but there, now it's in. Alright, on to the next project. I also put the switch in here for the tortoise machine up over here. So this is a double throw, double pull, just temporarily wired in. There's my bus bar, and there's my power right there. So this is temporarily wired in, ready for the show. So when I throw it, if I turn up track power on, it should work. Try that again. There we go. So now that works here. So all I got left to do is put another tortoise machine over here, but I'm not going to have time for that. But that's what's happening on the layout. And again, thanks for watching, and if you like it, give me a thumbs up, share it, subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you next time. And as always, let's watch some trains run.